What is going on, you guys? Petplatypus here, and it is time to talk about Young Justice. Once again, finally, episodes 17 and 18. I do apologize for delaying the Young Justice reviews for so long. It's been like, what, 3 weeks since the last one? I watched 17 and I recorded a review for it, and then I watched 18 and it was kind of late at night, so I was like, I'll record the review tomorrow morning. And I had to make a different video that day. I had forgotten that there was another thing that was out and my memory was low, and I had forgotten to take the 17 review and put it in my computer, so I deleted a bunch of shit off my memory card on my camera, and the 17 review was gone. And I was just like, fuck, so I don't know, I just sort of did other reviews and just kind of pushed it off and said, but gotta do it, gotta finish it. I mean, I don't have to, but I'm going to because that'd be fucking blue ball as fuck to not finish the series with like 4 episodes left. But I have seen both episodes, but I'll still review them separately. And I think since I waited so long, I kind of forgot what happened in them. So I looked over 17 again, and I remember this being a really good episode. You know, you have lots of great Arsenal stuff. It's so cool to watch him just survive. Like, you see it a lot when he's fighting, what's Lex Luthor's secretary name? Mercy. When he's fighting her in the parking garage, you just see him using his survival skills, and the odds are against him, but he's just really resourceful. It's really cool to see him do that in this episode as well, when he's getting low on ammo and stealing enemy weapons, and all that stuff's really cool. We also, my lighting, I can't see my fucking camera thing, but my lighting is probably so weird right now, I apologize. I need another light in the back, but anyway, because I just noticed the sun came out a little bit more, but anyways, that might not even have shown up on the camera, but I digress, that aside. Yeah, Arsenal, really cool. There's also a pretty cool scene between Nightwing and Miss Martian where they talk about the mistakes they've made and how they need to just fix them, you know, don't feel bad about it, but just fix the mistakes and everything. And that was a cool scene as well. But the real meat of this episode is the Minority League, the Minority Justice League, the Runaways. I don't know if they have an official name, but I like to call them the Minority Justice League because that's pretty much what they are. They get a job from Lex Luthor and a boom tube button thing to go into the war world and rescue the trapped Young Justice members. And they choose to do it because they can strike a blow to the Reach, and, you know, those people rescued them before, so it makes sense. They get into this big fight with the guards. Black Beetle shows up. So overpowered, just fucking them up left and right. Arsenal ends up teaming up with them. They all fight against him. They hit and run. They rescue the members. They get, what was his name? The dude who owns the planet world. They got him out to fight against fucking Black Beetle, which was really cool. They kind of just leave them fighting each other, too, so I've seen 18, so I'm pretty sure Black Beetle wins and locks him back up, but yeah, it was just cool that they did that and sort of just left it at that, and, you know, maybe they'll kill each other, who knows, but, yeah, and then Arsenal gets kicked off of the Young Justice team because he's made so many selfish decisions and bringing his personal demons into the, you know, into the fray and everything, and yeah, Nightwing's totally right. I mean, it makes sense to have personal demons, and it makes sense that Arsenal would have, you know, these mental scars from being trapped for so long and yada yada. But Nightwing is still right. You don't take that shit to work. So it made sense that they kicked him out. And right when he was about to get the Runaways to join him, which I figured wouldn't happen anyways, at least not yet, what was it? I think they team up, that's right. They all leave in the boom tube together, and then they talk to Lex Luthor on the computer, and then he's like, no, Lex Luthor's the one who cost me my arm, he's fucking don't trust him, and blah blah blah. And then they decide, fuck Lex Luthor, and they all go off on their own with Arsenal. So, really cool ending. Kind of cool how there's like this third party now separate from any of the other villains and everything. And I'm trying to think, there was other stuff in this episode. Was it this one or 18? Where Deathstroke came in and stole the crystal. At least I think he stole a crystal. The crystal key thing to the place. I think that was 17. That might have been in 18, but I feel like it had happened during the Runaways' attempt to rescue the Young Justice members, you know, like Lex Luthor doing his, you know, schemy bullshit where it's like, oh, you guys do this thing, it'll benefit me. You know, the typical Lex Luthor fucking scenario. What else happened? Oh, and the best part of the episode for me, can't believe I'm saying this, but G. Gordon. Seeing G. Gordon talk down to the Reach ambassador, just straight up call him on his bullshit. That was awesome. I know this character's been annoying for the most part, but I love that he's not biased. I mean, he liked the Reach because they introduced themselves and blah blah blah, but as soon as they fucking lied about the ships, he put back on his tinfoil hat and he started grilling him on live TV, and that was fucking awesome. I really liked that. That was probably my favorite scene in the episode, because it's just so annoying to see characters lie and like make things sound a certain way, and you know they're evil, but no one else knows they are. And it's just so cool to see them finally get called on it. He didn't get called on being evil, but it was still great to see G. Gordon call him like that. That was great. So probably my favorite part of the episode, honestly. And that's pretty much it. It's also Blue Beetle has been introduced to like the public and everything. I think that was at the end of the last episode though. Like 16, I'm not too sure, I forget. I know he did like the big betrayal and everything, but yeah, no, but that's pretty much episode 17. It was really fun watching Arsenal do his thing. The rescue attempt and everything went well. All the characters got out of there, so really good story progression there. Not much in terms of character development, but it is cool that the Runaways decided to leave Lex Luthor and become their own like third party. So yeah, and it's cool to see a little bit of splitting between the Reach and Lex Luthor, if I'm remembering correctly, and this is the episode where Deathstroke... Actually, I'll just check. Okay, yeah, I checked. He does take it. So, yeah, that's another nice little bit of story progression, having, like, the Light and the Reach kind of splinter there. Because obviously the Reach is going to know some shit is up. If they have... Do they have cameras? I don't know, whatever. I'm just kind of throwing shit out there. But, no, it was a really good episode, really solid story progression. A little bit of characterization on the Runaways. Not really much. They just sort of left Lex Luthor. But still, good story progression there as well. So... Things are still moving along really quick in Young Justice, heading towards those fucking finale episodes. I would assume it'd be a 2-part finale. I mean, that just makes sense. It's not a 3-part, because I remember 18 was not really like a... I don't think... Maybe it led into something. I forget, because it's been a while, but about to refresh myself on 18. So, with that being said, I guess that's a good segue. I'll give this episode a solid 8.5 out of 10. I think it was a very good episode of Young Justice. Again, I'm not coming off the episode right after seeing it, so maybe the rating is affected by that, but still, I think it's a very good episode at the very least. Now for episode 18. Okay, so episode 18 of Young Justice. I realized I forgot to give you guys, like, the episode titles. Episode 17 was called The Hunt, and this episode was called Intervention, so there you go. I forgot I did that. It's been like 3 weeks, my bad. So yeah, episode 18, the big takeaway from this episode is obviously Green Beetle and Blue Beetle seemingly going off mode and being 100% set free. Apparently this is confirmed. I'm assuming that it's all legit and everything, so that's really, really cool. I liked Green Beetle a lot when he was acting as a good guy. I liked the voice, because Samurai Jack sounds awesome. I mean, it's like a black guy doing a pretty standard, like, Japanese samurai voice, kind of, but still, it sounds cool, and... He was a badass when he fought Black Beetle, and he had a cool design, and just a Martian mixing his powers with a fucking beetle I thought was really, really cool. So it's cool to see him on the good side, and it's great to see Blue Beetle back. He's one of my favorite characters. Man, I would love to see more of Blue Beetle, man. Like, I know they'll never do it, because DC plays it way too safe. Like, even when they make a movie like Suicide Squad, they have to put Batman in it. But it'd be so cool if they did Blue Beetle in live action. How awesome would that be? But... anyways, that fantasy aside, this episode, really, really great. Another small thing to happen in this episode, but still kind of important from a characterization standpoint, is that Miss Martian broke up with Lagoon Boy, I believe his name was. Broke up with him, and it was handled well. And I think she wanted to go to Superboy, but then Superboy was going out with some chick from college, which I think we saw a couple scenes with her. If it's the same chick, I think we saw a couple of scenes with her in a previous episode, but yeah, so we'll see what happens there. I'm not super invested in where their relationship goes. Like, I kind of am, but, like, with all the other crazy shit that's going on, it's kind of, like, on the back burner for me, but still, you know, see where that goes. Anyways, moving on from that, some of the other stuff that happened in this episode, there was a Blue Beetle scene while he was still controlled by the Reach, where he fought against this toy robot dude, and he beat him, and we find out that the Reach ambassador was talking through him, and I probably mentioned this like 3 weeks ago in my other review, but I don't know if I did, and I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but man, they really are using Phil Lamar a little too much, the voice actor. I think he's a great voice actor, but like, he plays the Reach ambassador, he plays Green Beetle, he played the little robot butler dude to the purple guy, at least I'm pretty sure that was his voice. I think he plays Despero, or whatever his name is, the dark side looking dude that Black Beetle just kicked his ass. And he's voiced other characters too. I think it might have been someone else, but I think he was also Martian Manhunter, and if he was Martian Manhunter, I think, yeah, this was in the courtroom episode. I feel like I mentioned this when we saw the Justice League in court. He voiced like, is it Jon Stewart? I forget his name. The Black Green Lantern, and Martian Manhunter, same voice talking to each other in the same episode. Too much Phil Lamar. Not as bad as is it Kevin? I think it's Kevin Michael Richardson. I'm not too sure. If you just look him up, you've heard his voice. He's in fucking everything. But in the show Gravity Falls, he plays like every fucking side character. It's ridiculous. So it's not as bad as that, but still, it's kind of weird to hear the same voice actor so much. But that aside, not a big deal. But it was kind of cool to see him feeding the lines to Blue Beetle, and, you know, it was also cool, the action scene with Blue Beetle where they actually capture him. I really like the strategy involved with the force field around him and the magic and everything. Like, he's trying to figure out, like, okay, well, we can do this thing, you know, we can adapt this way to break out of the barrier, and it's like, nope, because we added this magic spell to it. And it's really cool how they implemented that strategy to capture him. But, yeah, other than that, this was just a really, really fucking good episode. Like I said, them getting set free and everything. That was a great action scene, too. Really nice tension. You know, Zatanna has to just stay there, do her astral fucking projection thing, and set them free and everything. And it's really, really cool. It's really, really intense. And I probably mentioned this in a different review, like way back during like when the time skip first happened, but puberty was really good to Zatanna. I'm just throwing that out there. It was really good to her, but anyways, joking aside, this was a fantastic episode. The story progression with them being set free of the Reach's control is huge, leading right into the final 2 episodes, and yeah, just overall, I'd probably give it a solid 9 out of 10. I thought it was an amazing episode of Young Justice, fantastic action, great strategy during the action, just an all-around really, really great episode. If I forgot anything, I do apologize. It's been a while. I only skimmed through it a second time, but anyways, I'll try to get 19 and 20 out tomorrow. I'm really going to aim for that. If something happens, real life shit, I do apologize, but I'm going to really aim to finish the series really soon. So, with all that being said, what did you guys think of these Young Justice episodes? You can tell me in the comments section below. You can follow me on Instagram or add me on PSN. I'm petplatypus on both. You can also give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media. Both of those will help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, or if you like what you've seen here. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.